How do you take sharp photos? Well, using the right ISO value is one way that you can make your photos sharper, and that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video, so don't go away. Hi there, I'm Barry Callister of Barry Callister Photography, founder and creator of Photographer's Freedom, giving you the time, gear and skills to be the best photographer you can be. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for watching this video. My channel is all about photography tutorials, Lightroom and Photoshop tutorials, camera gear reviews and other photography related things, all geared towards nature photography. So if that excites you, please subscribe and ding the notification bell. Have you checked out Photographer's Freedom on Facebook yet? If you haven't, please go over there when you're finished watching this video and like the Photographer's Freedom Facebook page. All the new videos from here are posted over there, as well as new blog posts, new updates, everything Photographer's Freedom is shared over there. So go over there and give the page a like for me. Right now, let's get into the content. Okay, so earlier I took these 3 photos of this little Ecuadorian flute playing dude. So he's playing his little Kenna there. Now I shot these photos inside in my light box so that I could control the light and the light wouldn't shift and change. I also used my 50mm prime lens because it's the sharpest lens I own. And then I've also left my aperture at f8 because that is generally the sharpest aperture of any lens. You'll get the best results around f8. And then I've just changed the shutter speed and the ISO to expose all 3 of them correctly. So if I scroll through, you can see they're all exposed pretty much the same. And the only thing that is changing, if you look up here, is the shutter speed and the ISO. The aperture is staying exactly the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the first one and the second one, and I'm going to click compare view down here so that we can see them side by side, and we'll zoom in to 100% and we will have a look at the sharpness of these 2 photos. Now, instantly you can probably see that this photo here does not look as sharp as this photo over here, and you'd be right. But the difference is that this photo over here is noise free, pretty much. You do get a tiny amount of noise at 100 ISO. It's just, you know, there is really no such thing as a noise-free photo. So you get a tiny bit of noise, but this photo over here that was taken at 1000 ISO has noise everywhere. Look at all the noise here in the shoulder of the musician there and all the noise around here. So if you were going to remove that, which you probably would do, you would end up with a much less sharper photo because removing noise also removes detail. So if we have a look now at I'll move this photo here over to here by choosing make that one the select. So now on the left we have our ISO 1000 image, and on the right we have our ISO 6400. I was going to say 64,000. So, and you can see, looking at these 2, that again, the one with the higher ISO looks sharper, but look at all that noise. There's no way you would want to leave a photo that noisy, so you'd want to remove all the noise. So that's what we will do right now. I'll remove the noise from those photos and we will then look at them side by side, and you'll see that the one taken at 100 ISO ends up much sharper and more noise free than the others. So I will remove all of the noise from the ISO 1000 and the ISO 6400 or 6400 photo here in Lightroom, and I won't do anything else to them. I'll just do noise reduction. So first we'll deal with the 1000 ISO image. Open it in develop module here. So we'll come down to our luminance tab and I'll zoom into 100% and I will just dial this luminance up until we have no noise, which is about there at 70, 60, 70, around 70 somewhere. We'll leave it at 70. So that's pretty good. That's all the noise gone. And you can see the before and afters by clicking this little tab here on the side of the detail tab there. So turning it off will show us the noise we had before, and now the nice clean photo we have after our noise reduction. Now I'll just go and I'll do the same thing with the ISO 6400 image. So we'll dial up the luminance slider here. Obviously we'll have to go a lot further with this one. And that is pretty much where we're gonna have to leave it. Pretty much 100% it almost needs. Yeah, it's still noise there. We'll leave it at, let's just go 100%. And you can see that looks terrible. I mean, you would not be able to use that photo. You could, but it's pretty awful. It's lost an awful lot of detail, and you can bring back detail here with the detail slider, but what happens when you do that is you will see that you get these strange little artifacts showing up here, and that kind of ruins your image. Yes, it brings back your detail, but it just doesn't look right, guys. So we'll reset that there, and we'll go back to our compare view. I'll select the first two images, put them in compare view and zoom into 100%. And you will see instantly that our ISO 100 photo is already in the lead with sharpness, because this one over here, whoops, sorry, pressed the wrong key there. This one over here, though it is relatively noise free now, it's extremely soft. That noise reduction has taken away a lot of the sharpness. And if I go on to the 6400 ISO image here, you can see there's no comparison. You would not even want to use this image against this one. So that shows you that you really should try and choose your lowest ISO whenever possible. So that is how ISO affects the sharpness of your photos. So try to choose the lowest ISO you possibly can. Of course, it's going to depend on the situation, the lighting, what you're shooting, etc. But try and choose the lowest one. Especially when you're doing landscape photography, always use your base ISO when doing landscape photography. That is one of the 5 landscape photography tips that will be shared with you in my landscape photography tips video that is coming in the next couple of weeks, so look out for that one. If you like this video today, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, hit subscribe and ding the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos from me, especially that 5 landscape photography tips video. And if you're feeling chatty, leave a comment below, or if you have a question about anything you saw in the video. Until next time, I'm Barry Callister of Barry Callister Photography and Photographer's Freedom. Get out there, take some wicked shots, and I'll see you soon.